we are eating today. It could be an apple, it could be brinjal, or it could be any vegetables, or even you see leafy vegetables, or even food grains. There is always a problem of the excessive use of chemical fertilizers, right, and pesticides, whatever. So the purpose of a new concept that is called zero budget natural farming is actually to give you the natural agricultural production. Okay, and in fact, in Indian agriculture, the buzzword now is zero budget natural farming. And friends, Andhra Pradesh has been making a pioneering effort in this direction. And if you remember, in the budget also, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman was saying that some of the states had made some progress. Of course, he did not specifically mention AP, but it is very much quite well known that Andhra Pradesh has made a very significant progress in natural farming, which is called zero budget natural farming. In agricultural segment of the syllabus for Group 1 mains, it is very much likely that you might be able to expect a question on this natural farming, because it is a new thing and it is seen as the way forward. So let's see that topic today, and how the question can be asked in this and what could be the answer. I will share the screen, so stay tuned. So this is what we are talking. What is the zero budget natural farming and how Andhra Pradesh has been making some progress in this direction? They can ask like that. What is zero budget natural farming and what has been the progress of AP in this direction? Or explain what is ZBNF and discuss the efforts of Andhra Pradesh in this direction. Friends, as I was telling you, how do you understand zero budget natural farming? It is actually a holistic alternative to the present system of very high cost chemical input based agriculture. And we are also having a multiplicity of problems. As I began this discussion now, the dangers of the kind of residue that we see on the foods because of this chemical inputs is not only harmful to health but also harmful to environment and total agricultural ecosystem. So whether it is the climate, bigger concerns like climate change, or more individual and societal concerns like the health hazards, and of course the economic considerations for farmers in the form of high costs, input costs, can be addressed by this ZBNF. So it's a good holistic approach to a sustainable agro ecology. Okay, and what is the so special in this? Interestingly, this is, simply speaking, it is what our forefathers used to do. See, we have agricultural growth in India right from Harappan days. Harappans had achieved great agricultural prosperity and robust practices, and we don't have any chemical inputs, right, in those days, right, chemical fertilizers or whatever, pesticides or whatever. So we are simply able to go back in time and bring back those best practices, of course with the aid of modern scientific practices. So that is what you need to understand. Now, how do you define ZBNF? We have various use. The first points what I said is a simple definition. But we have United Nations, Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, is also has also taken cognizance of ZBNF and it sees it as a set of farming methods, and also it's like a grassroots peasant movements in India. That is how FAO defines it, which has spread to various states in India. In fact, it is definitely unique to India as we speak, as far as the focus is concerned. Now, why is it important apart from the points which I already told you? That see, Indian agriculture has been facing lot of debates, whether it is genetically modified crops, GM crops, or whether it is GM foods, of course, or whether it is increasing use of chemical pesticides, and of course illegal pesticides also, which could be harmful. For example, the kind of inputs that are being used to quicken the pace of the output. All these are becoming a very serious issue. Now, what is the alternative to decrease the use of chemical pesticides? The use of chemical pesticides can come down if you are doing a natural farming practices which are complementary to each other. Okay, so there's a very wide range of concept is what we are talking. As I said, the reference was also there in the budget, union budget, but generally Government of India, the Department of Agriculture says the main aim of zero budget natural farming is the elimination of chemical pesticides and promotion of good agronomic practices. Okay, it can also sustain agricultural production through an eco-friendly process, right? Because it is in tune with the nature to produce chemical-free agricultural produce. Okay, in fact, I had gone for a field study on this, where in Elur, near Elur, there is one farmer who has made a lot of effort in this ZBNF and also organic farming. So, in fact, it is being written in the newspapers also. He has made a very substantial progress, and it was great thing to see that how he is able to do it. I will share some of the photographs and some points made by him in actually field thing I have seen. See, generally I make a practice to see most of the things I teach. Okay, so that I will get complete clarity before I teach to you. It is better, and I am also interested in this kind of economic aspects. So. But anyway, you can't quote these individual farmers in the exam. We have to be academic. So, friends, how Government of India says? It says that the main aim of zero budget natural farming is the elimination of chemical pesticides and promotion of good agronomic practices. And friends, as we speak today, zero budget natural farming has made good progress in southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Of course, Himachal Pradesh is also one state where they were also saying for ZBNF, because the ecological protection and environmental protection is also one important concern to them. Now come to the AP's initiatives in the zero budget natural farming. Okay. Now the Department of Agriculture, Government of AP is implementing Andhra Pradesh zero budget natural farming project. Okay, program. AP ZBNF program, it is called AP ZBNF program, and it is being implemented by Raitu Sadhikara Samstha. Remember this, the ZBNF program in Andhra Pradesh is being implemented by the Raitu Sadhikara Samstha, RYSS. It is a Corporation for Farmers Empowerment, and it is, what is this RYSS? It is a not-for-profit organization established by government itself, and the program has been actually initiated in 2015-16 with multiple aims. For example, increase in the welfare of the farmers. Then consumer welfare is also important, not only producer, the other end of the spectrum we have consumers. Then conservation of the environment is also one of the important aspects for this. And as per the government data, we have 1.6 lakh farmers are already practicing it, and this was end of 2019, FY 2019, and we want to, AP government want to bring about 5 lakh farmers under zero budget national farming in 2024. Now it is not easy because we need to make some investments also, and according to the government estimates, to achieve this by 2024 we would need 15,000 crores of rupees to be invested. And fine, investment is fine, but we are also getting support. Andhra Pradesh effort has been recognized by both global agencies as well as Indian institutions, even corporates. The UN Environment Agency has also accepted. Then Azim Premji Foundation, which is a kind of NGO for CSR activity, it also announced 1 billion 100 crore in support of AP zero budget natural farming program. We have Niti Aayog expressed willingness to take up the funding for AP on a case-to-case basis. The proposals are being finalized. And we have even private agencies, for example, banking group BNP Paribas has also shown interest in, participating, because now the new Companies Act is there. There is also CSR initiative. So, and especially the farmer, if the farmer is good, the nation will be good, economy will be prospering, because rural demand becomes very, very important, friends. If you have strong rural demand, the economy will be robust. And food and even United Nations is also giving funds to AP for capacity building for the purpose of ZBNF, that is 10 million, which is $1,50,000 for capacity of for capacity building of zero budget natural farming. Now fine, we are doing it, but what is the impact? This is very interesting because this is the latest findings, in the sense that FY19 Kharif crop, there has been an extensive study on the impact. Of course, it was commissioned by government but conducted by us. So there are many observations in this, but from the examination point of view, I have made some advantages as well as challenges. Now basically, if you see Raitu Sadhikara Samstha, RYSS was definitely successful in bringing about changes in the land use and pattern, cropping patterns which are aligned to ZBNF requirements. Then farmers have also now increasingly adopted, mixed cropping, intercropping, border cropping and bund cropping techniques. They have also adopted different ZBNF models. There is something like 36 model, 5 into 5 model, like that, where different crops can be grouped and regrouped. Okay, different varieties of crops can be grown to ensure the steady and regular income to the farmer. That is also important. Now, without that, there is no use. The ZBNF needs to be viable. Then the impact is that farm households could definitely generate additional income from the bund and border crops. Okay, and the vegetation in the villages had also gone up because the seasonal increase in the vegetation has been reported in districts. Then, of course, friends, any issue is not without challenges. There are also some challenges in the form of marketing, knowledge and availability of natural solutions to deal with the pests and other problems, because pests will be there. But what is the way out for not using chemical pesticides? So there is a need for greater research in this based on the traditional systems of knowledge, and it is also important that we create some greater awareness among the consumer side, so that there will be ready and steady demand for this crops which are cultivated under zero budget natural farming. So basically, in the end, we can say that Andhra Pradesh definitely has made good progress, but we need to ensure the sustaining of these efforts as well as further augmenting the quantum of zero budget natural farming. So that's also very, very important. So friends, this is one question which I thought we'll deal particularly under the agricultural segment, and we'll move on to the other topics, of course. Okay. So that's it. This is about ZBNF.